find in the material under the road. We have roads a year old that are starting to malfunction already and crack because the product put underneath them wasn't done correctly. These are the things, if we were paying $515,000 and it was being done correctly and on top of it, we probably wouldn't be spending $515,000.
What road is that?
Mr. Newman was in the other day and telling me his road is already cracked and it's a year old. So this is, these are the things that I'm looking at. Now, the price, I have no issue as a selectman. If they need money and come in and say, we need it for this project, I have no reason. But what this has amounted to, in my opinion, watching it and looking into everything, is it's an open checkbook. If we need this and we need that, we go get it. It's not. I've asked what projects would you use a $5,000 rental of an excavator for? My response was, well, we may go to this road, we may go to that road. There's no specific projects that I was told of. Now, we are on Savory Hill now doing a project. Project's been done before a couple times. It hasn't held up. What was the reasoning? It's being investigated, I understand. We're looking into making it better. But for the $515,000, we're not getting our money's worth, in my opinion. So that's where I'm looking at the $485. If for some reason they need money for a project, I'm for it. Show me what we need it for. But with what we've been running, it just looks like it's being spent anywhere. Whatever hole happens to come along, we're plugging it in. At the end of the year, we just throw it on top of next year's budget.
Okay, so thank you. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in line to speak. Unless somebody moves a question, if somebody before you that has a hand up, and you'll be number 7. Yes, up back. What was? Yeah, up back.
2 things. First thing, class, take a class, don't make it expert. Okay? We live in the state of Maine. It's below freezing, it's snowing, okay? You can't have bare roads all the time. I do this for a living, it's impossible. 100 pounds per lane mile, you're wasting your money. Okay? You go solve priorities, you don't, a class doesn't make you an expert. You gotta go out there and do it for a living to understand where these guys are coming from, okay? I'm glad you took the class that gives you insight. That's great. I think everybody should do it. But until you go out there and do this for a living, you don't know where these guys are coming from. It's real easy to sit here and judge all of this. I'll tell you what. There's a company a lot bigger than us called State Maine that paves roads, and within a year they go to hell, okay? I can show you many of them. So it's not the town of Dixfield solely. It's every town, it's the state, it's the environment, and it's the type of winners that we have in this area.
Thank you. Yes.
I guess I'm kind of confused because in this whole article, it was an initiated request. We had that amount. Our Board of Selectmen recommended that amount. Our Finance Committee, who we've recommended that amount. My concern is, I guess I want to hear, if we reduce that amount down to what we've amended it to, what's going to happen to our Public Works Department? Where are these cuts going to be done? Are we going to cut man hours? Are we cutting down? Do we pick every other storm that we don't plow? Or do we just cut roads that we don't plow? Or do we decide not to address any of the summer issues? I need to know what I would love to see any budget cut down. I just want to know how it's going to work.
Okay, thank you. Did somebody respond to that?
It's not going to work very well because that budget is pretty spotty. We'll just have to not, like you said, we'll just have to not plow as much. Maybe put the roads on priority and don't plow.
That's not.
Yes.
I don't know what to do.
I guess, I've lived in this town for quite a few years. There's nothing that's perfect out there, as anyone can tell. But I'm just kind of concerned that if we've got 3 groups that are recommending this amount that's working, has obviously worked these numbers, I don't see if we're going to try to reduce this, I don't know why we don't amend it back to the original amount.
You can do that.
It's always good to ask more.
Okay, anything else? Okay, yes, you had your hand up a while ago. You're up. You're in line now, yes. You can do that. Yeah? I have a motion to move the question. Do I have a second? I have a motion and a second to move the question. So I'm gonna ask for a vote. If we get 2/3, we end debate and we go right to the amended amount.
No, we did that. We voted on the move the amendment.
Yep, that's what we're gonna do. I need a 2/3 vote. All those in favor?
We've already done that.
Yeah, but this is the amended article we're doing. We ended debate on the amendment, now we're ending debate on the amended article. Believe me, I know what's right, I know this is right. Okay,
Voting on the amendment, right?
pardon me?
We're voting on amending the amendment.
No, the article is amended, and nobody amended it again. So the article is amended, we discussed the amended article, and I need to end debate, I need 2/3 vote.
Okay.
All those in favor? All those opposed? Okay, motion carries, so debate is ended. All those in favor of 485,000, please raise your hand. We'll need to count.
Forty-two.
42 in favor of 485, all those opposed, 485. Hold them up nice and high.
Forty-three.
43 opposed to 485 and 42 for, so that motion,
Yeah, don't worry.
okay, we'll have a recount. All those in favor of 485, raise your hand.
Forty.
40 in favor, all those opposed to 485.
43.
40 in favor, 43 opposed? Yep, okay, so the motion, can you tell me that again? Motion, that was 40 in favor, 43 opposed, so the motion fails.
I move we raise the, back to the original, the selectmen's
I'll
recommendation.
second.
Okay, I have a motion to basically reconsider, and that has to be done on somebody that was part of the 43. You voted against it?
Said it.
Okay, and you voted against it. So I have a motion and a second to reconsider for 509-867.
I want to move that.
And you want to move the question? And I have a motion to move it, and a second to move it. So that means we'll limit debate. I need 2/3 vote to end discussion. All those in favor of ending debate? All those opposed? That motion carries. Okay, so, for Article 8, Public Works Department, the motion on the floor is for 509-867. All those in favor? Opposed? Okay, motion carries. Article 9, to see what sum of money the town will vote to raise and or appropriate. That was obvious, yeah. Do you want to challenge that? Okay, do I have 7 people to challenge that? Raise their hands. Okay, we're going to have a recount. I've got 7 people to challenge. All those in favor of 509-867, please raise your hands. All those opposed? Okay, so the motion carries. Thank you, that was closer than I thought it was, so thank you for that. Article 9, did you have a question?
Yeah, it seems like people were really interested in how much money was rolled over in each department and how that affects this year's budget. And it can help us make some decisions as to whether or not a budget needs to be cut. So I think that pertinent information in the head of each department should have that available to them.
Okay, make a note of that. So noted. Article 9, to see what sum of money the town will vote to raise and or appropriate for the fiscal year 2014 in a specific category of the fire department. The initiated request was 88,901. Selectmen recommend 88,000 and the finance recommends 88,000. May I have a motion?
Move the selectmen's recommendation.
Second that.
I have a motion and a second for the selectmen's recommendation of 88,000. Comments, questions?